Hello everybody, first month is here. It is after a long time. I was very busy last 2 months about, so I'm glad back in forest and finally in use this Tops Machete .230, and as you can see the bush here behind me, so that's where I'll show you just I would say traditional machete using. I mean not in use, how good I'm in it, but I mean for what the machete usually is made for. I've got comparing here. I got the short version .170 and Tops Cold Steel Gurkha Kukri Plus, just to see, you can see the comparing, I mean in chopping ability. Because this is actually the third video I'm making for this machete, because with that two I'm not really happy. I don't know why. Maybe I was too rushed, because as I said, I was busy, so I've tried 2 times as I said, and it didn't come through. So this is third time, so maybe I'll say something what I said in my room about the machete, maybe not, you will see. But generally, and I can tell you right now, if I want to have a machete just going through the bush, maybe I will choose some thinner edge, more nimble, let's say just Tramontina or something like that, because it's much more cheaper and better for these things. But in the other hand, for our area, where is usually much more harder wood, not so many water, I mean, you know, the vines and bush and these things are not too soft for it. So for some thinner pieces, of course the some thin machete is and definitely will be better. But for our area, generally, for general use all around, these harder machetes, I mean, this is 3 millimeters thick in the real edge, as I said. This will be better. So I'll show you that one, and I can tell you right now it will be a bit more heavy. I will not use it, say, like Joe Flowers say, you know, the flipping movements with the machete are not really good for this machete, because it is kind of heavy, blade heavy, much more, I would say. And the handle is really, I would say, tiny for me, even for my small hand. But I said something about it with the shorter version, and I think I said something in my room. That's why I got the wrapping on it. So it is much better, but still not good as I want to have it. So I need to do reposition, I'll tell you right now, because I did it many times with this machete. So go for it. So I hope you can see these. This is plenty of them, as you can see. So if I try to go through, I can go with the flip. The machete is sharp enough. So something like this. This is definitely not some soft wood. Nearly 1 inch, about 0.8 of an inch. So I go through. I'll show you from the other side. Now I'm holding machete in this way to be secure, because this is really hard wood, and I don't want to leave here something like this one. This is definitely inch, so I don't want to keep it here. So I don't want to destroy everything here. These, just to show you how this works in this area. So for, I would say, power chopping, when I want to really chop, I'll hold it in this way, then I move, and of course working this way. But this is really the point of balance, is where the red mark is here. So there's the point of balance. So if I'm back, I'm really further from that. So I hope you can see, because I'm doing this one on the other side camera, so I don't know actually what is it on it. So I'll check it out now. So we'll see. So this is the way how this one works. It really serves in this way. But if you will do these flips, more wrist action, even elbow, this is quite heavy for it. Of course, it is good, but for me, definitely it's better to use like regular chop, where I can aim, I can do this short flip, but it is, for me, it is secure. I will feel definitely more tiredness in my hand if I will do this. I mean, in the wrist, if I will do just these things, because the machete is really heavy. This 3mm is, in some way, some machetes nearly twice thick, 0.18, but most of usual machetes I know are 2.2mm in blade. This is 3, so the weight is really on it as a machete. If I use it as a chopper for harder tasks, as we see after short time now, then it is much better. I can chop and I feel it much better. You'll see. Okay, I'll check it out. Well, I found some another I would say working bench or table, or how we call it. Sorry about that, maybe the angle of the camera, I'm doing my best, but important is if you can see what I will do here. So just carry on. This is some dry stuff, but this is oak, seems to be. So if I want to do these, I would say, flips, chops, as you can see, that's not really, it's not really deal. It was kind of dried. Holding machete here, even I can go through more to the choil I made. Okay, go for something else. Let's try these. Just for comparing, the short one it's much more lighter, much more agile. Yeah. Here you feel, I would say, the weight which works for you. This is without really effort. This is, I just let it go, really without effort. I'll try to put some effort on it, then it goes. And this is dried oak, guys, not really crap. This is what I meant by that. This is good for my area here. So because I got these, I would say oaks and beech and another another harder stuff. Carry on. Something more funny. So this is definitely one inch oak, seasoned and very good wood. I mean for fire and for other things. So this is the point. If I can chop with the machete something like this one, then if that will be fresh, then it will be much more easy to chop it off. Comparing, I'll use. So just to see. Is a bit down from the hill here. See how deep it went. Maybe on this side it was just one chop, one swing. You see it here. It is here. It is nearly end in the end. So it's really for one chop. I can do really dried or seasoned oak for 1 inch. That one. 2 chops. I'll take the shorter. Nice one. A good better angle. When I'm chopping with the longer version, heavy, I'm using more the belly. Now, if I go this one, so I need to go down because I don't have the reach, so I have to go down. So I'll chop more with this. So I'll try this one again. Try. Nice one. Now, seems to me like the shorter one is better chopper, but it is not. It is not. Sometimes my angling or something like that isn't that good. That was one chop. Two chops. We'll use this way. Now you can see it. 2 chops. The shorter version, the longer version. Yeah, here on this side especially, you can see here I'm deep here. It's basically the same wood. Of course, depend of aiming, but it is really good. So I'll try to chop off this one with the short version, with the short machete. You can see here. Yeah, need to be careful with these. There is a knot here. Changed. So I hit the knot. Still I couldn't tell you, and you can see here what I want to say. This one is much more better chopper, but still it can't prove itself. Still, if I'm doing these, I would say small pieces of wood, these are still, you know, very close, very similar. You can see the real differences. When we go for the bigger things, and probably you will find out what I mean. but okay, feel let it this one for the end. Let's try to do this one. This one. Let's try batoning with this, but this is just, I think it will be easy for the machete. You can see this is easy. This is easy. I did it a couple of times. I will not do real batoning, some much more heavy stuff batoning, because I did batoning with a short, and what this one can do, this one can do also. I did batoning with harder pieces, I mean with something bigger, but you know, you don't have to do it really. You don't have to do it really, because the machete, we don't use them so many times. See, easy. That's very easy. This is 1095, guys, and this is real stuff. The edge is really sharp. This is not crap. I would say these let's say cold steel machetes, they are made of 1055, so I believe they are a bit tougher, but definitely they will lose the edge very fast. It is not think of these machetes. These really holds edge very close to, let's say, Silent Hero. This is same hardness, same steel, and I believe they make it basically in the same way. Well, we're going for something interesting, more interesting. I'm not doing really hard swings. Oak, seasoned oak. This is, I think, one level down in condition than that before, but still, as you can see, still needs to some effort. Oh, sorry, this is something I really didn't want to do. Carry on. Oh, guys, let's be serious. This is about 4 inches oak, even so seasoned, but if that will be still in better condition, this machete can do it very easy. I did it many times now, and this machete is now used for my, harder chopping task. To be honest, it replaced my cold steel Gurkha Kukri Plus for these things. It doesn't mean that it will be always my better choice than the Kukri, because depend of using. But if I know that I will chop more thinner stuff, where I prefer more reach than toughness, because that's 7mm thick. This is 3, so then I will choose the machete. But if there will be some long-term something camping where I will have not an axe with me, or something, something harder, then probably the Kukri will go with me, and this one stays at home. So carry on. Now I will do, just for your demonstration, 10 chops with the short version. What is the difference? 10 chops, as if I counted it properly. Yeah, 10 chops. Very different is this one is really lighter, nimble, and for general use, I mean for beginners, maybe for women, maybe for somebody a kind of weaker and etc. These things, this is better choice, because this is, as I said, better for general use. You can use it as a knife, as a machete, as a short machete, as a, you know, these things. And if I did this one, as I chopped this, I needed to use, you know, power. This one needs to go from my hand. This is not just, you know, just you swing and just lift it and let it go. I wouldn't say I'm doing this one, just let it go with this, but I don't put that much more effort. No. Windy again. Sorry about the camera, guys. It is on small sapling, so that's why it moves. So I don't need to put that much effort into this. So I'm spending energy to lift this more heavy machete and keep it under control. But when this one goes down, is better in chopping. Wow. Ten chops. I think it's obvious what we can see here. This is much more deeper. This is in half about, and this is in 2/3, in 10 strokes. So if I will do 15, this one will be probably done, maybe, and this one not. I mean, with the short version. Carry on. I'll try now. Cold steel cookery. Gurkha cookery, as I said, because I did it a couple of times. We'll see. It is always about, you know, how good I'm chopping in the time, how properly aiming. But still, 10. Well, still, as you can see, this is a winner. This is, I would say, second place now. The second place, or the second position, and this is the last one, of course, because this one, these two are basically in same length, but this is 150 grams heavier, so 4.5 ounces about heavier, and this one, even the cookery, is about 2 ounces heavier than this machete. The chopping power, because of the length, where I'm using really here this part and here, so there's really difference in sweet spot. I'm chopping here somewhere, on the cooker here, so I'm really here in the end of the sweet spot, where maybe the sweet spot here even didn't start. So that's why there's bigger chopping power. And of course, because it's shorter, I need to use my hand for more power. This is, I would say this is really proof. It's proven what I want to say. This one is better chopper out of these. I didn't say it means this is the best choice out of these, depending on situation. But okay, let's finish this one. I'll finish this one with the machete, because it is about that. Yes. sometimes it bites really, and because this part, as you can see, is wet, so this is the hardwood. This is the hard I would say core of the branch. There is a knot. It's not here. I want to go around it. Yes. So I got here this one. Well, it is wet. I'll try. I said I will not do the batoning, but I'll try. I need to make a batoning stick. Well, so let's try. We'll see what's gonna happen. And of course I will baton in the widest part because there is much more meat, I would say. Nice one. Nice one. So guys, I think there's nothing neat, and this is really wood, you know. I mean the sides are crap, but this is fucking good. Sorry guys, this is really good wood. I mean, for burning, of course, it's really still hard, still enough for feeding a fire. Oh, there is a knot. There is a knot. Yes, came through the knot. Let's just for comparing. This one will be, I think, different story. I can do it. Yes. So this is the main difference when we are talking about where to use this and where to use this. This is not so good for batoning. Just checking if it's straight, nice, nothing there. I didn't expect it, but you know, this is the way. This is an axe, I would say. So in a matter of splitting, then this is absolutely better choice. Okay, I think it was just for, I don't need to have the cooker here. I just want to show you the chopping power of the machete compared with this. So there's some light handling. I just remind you when I'm using this one. So to do, let's say, this is the oak. This is absolutely super. This one works like knife, guys. This is very nicely balanced. I'd say point of balance is, I think, somewhere here. Ah, it moves forward somehow. Well, I forget it. Doesn't matter. I mean, I've changed this one, but anyway, still I'm basically in point of balance. So I can do these, or not these stupid things, so I can do make tip. and it will be not so easy with this because this is much more heavier. Much more. It is not actually much more heavier, but point of balance changed the situation. It makes you more tired. But holding this way, very close to that now. But this isn't wood for it. I will not make anything with that. Okay, let's try this one. This is that branch I've chopped as a green stuff. Well, again, this holding as a normal way. There is a small knot, so I will sort it out in this way. Which will be much more secure. Or I'll try to go to the choil. I'm losing the grip here. It is my way. I did it. It is not comfortable for a long time because simply the sharp spots, but for the handling, because I'm inch close to the point of balance and the edge is really starts just behind my finger. Well, much more easy. For a short time, definitely. Of course, I can do it in this way and use it here, or use it here if I want to make some high level of leverage. So I think it's quite enough, quite understandable enough. So what else? Of course, I can do some drawing. Maybe better than with the short one. I'm not sure. You're making some flat space. I'll try. No, this is in better control. It is really good. The long one is really good in the hand. So I really didn't expect this one will be better, but it is. So it means this is really comfortable, and this is even more. So that's something maybe you need as information. Well, notching with this machete, where I will make the notch here. These so many knots. It's annoying because they are sharp. So if I'll do the notch, sorry, I will do it in this way. Maybe I will help myself in this way. Is possible to do it with one hand? Possibly yes. I'll try, but I would say why. Now it is partially done. I'm going in the choil. Yes, I can do it. I can do it. This is quite hardwood, guys. So as usually I'm saying, you know, as I know our nature where I'm living, if I can do a notch and work with this wood, I can do basically whatever wood here. Even it could be worse if that will be dried, but I really can't imagine a situation here where I can find only the dried wood and not the fresh one, I mean somewhere around. So it didn't happen to me. Okay, but in some really bad scenario, I can do it with the on the dried also, of course, because why not? Just needs to have more, needs to put more effort. Hop. Ah, turns itself. Okay, let's sort it out in this way. Really hard wood, dried. So that's for that. So what I did, I think everything, chopping, splitting, batoning. Let's try. Sorry. Well, I don't have. Well, it's interesting. I don't have a fire still with me here, but because I made a fire with this, and I prepared this part. This is really 90 degrees. This one. So if I can do these on this hardwood, definitely I can make sparks. It was just, you know, I got lighter and so many another stuff with me, so I don't have a fire steel, and that was basically what I want to show you. Let's say you are thinking not about the cookery, but you are thinking which of these two machetes is better buy for you. You can see them? Oh, here. So I put it in this way. For me, okay, I made new sheet for myself, this one, but there's some guy, I've seen it on some US channel. He's making Kydex sheet for both of these, so it could be better choice. Of course, it will cost you some money, but I found this sheet for the longer quite useful. What I did, maybe I said it in the room, I can't remember sometime. So I just put it there, this, I would say, kind of rubber string or strap, or I don't know how to call it, which is very good. There is some retention, not really big, but there is. But very easy how to secure it is this way, guys. This is the very cheapest improving securing machetes you can do it. Basically it costs you nothing, because I believe you get the string with it. So basically do this one. Of course, I've got a plan for something else. Maybe I will how to made this strong, this one reinforced this place for the tip from sides, we'll see, and maybe I'll change the color of it, we'll see. But that's the plans which are just, I would say, more cosmetic than really important at the moment. What if this machete is better with the wrapping here? This one needs the wrapping. When you do, I did so many chops with it. We had some tree falls and water leaking and these things, so I used the machete for it. So I chopped down some really bigger pieces like that before, and even bigger. And every let's say 2, 3, 4 swing with the heavy one, with the longer machete, it needs to be repositioned, and that's kind of annoying. With the wrapping here on the handle is much better, but still not so good. In my eyes, you know, I say nothing, you know, I'm in this, say in the knife world, I'm nothing, I'm just user. But I would say the genius designers, as I think that Joe Flower is, do their thing because they did it many times on different machetes. But this machete is different than I got Gerber machete. I had 2 Tramontinas, 40 centimeters blade and 50 or 60, and all of them had the bird's beak, you know, in the handle, which was much more pronounced here, so the grab was much more secure. And this handle is so tiny for that. I can't imagine why Joe Flowers designed it in this way, because the general design of the handle is absolutely great. Only it needs to be, let's say, 5 millimeters thicker, or no, sorry, wider. I would say that thicker, wider. Okay, anyway, both these sides, wider and thicker. So thicker and wider. Why? Because it will basically do the same what the wrapping does, and that's very important, you know. So for harder tasks, this is the better choice. For general use, if you don't plan to go somewhere around and etc., buy this one. It's cheaper. I think I saw both of these should cost you the same money, but when I really bought this one was much more expensive. I mean, comparing is not even that one was. As a machete, it was quite expensive, but okay, whatever. This one was cheaper, and for as I said, kids to learn, for women, for light task, for general bush using, etc. If you take this one and folder, and you go for short-term survival, and even depend, maybe even long-term, this is absolutely great too. I really recommend this one. This is kind of different story. I recommend this only if you living in some kind of area as I do, because otherwise, if you want to chop grass, if you want to chop some really wet vines and these things, kind of in rainforest, then buy probably Tramontinas or something, because they could be lighter and they will go through much more easy because they are thinner, and they are much more cheaper. So that's it. I hope I did everything for it now. Maybe I will put in the end of this video, I'll stick some pieces of the previous 2 videos, just you'll see more action, and that's it. Thank you very much, have a nice time, and see you next time. Bye.